knots of wind, 60 degrees upwind. I hove to last night because it was a lot of wind and a lot of bumping. I couldn't sleep well, very light. And then in the morning when I fell asleep, I dreamt that I was like going into the water with the car, like splash, and at the same time the boat did splash, and then I was awake.
I very much loved your comments on my last video and looking forward to all your lovely comments on this one. And if you can subscribe to my channel, that would mean a lot to me. But first I will take you with me on my travel to New Zealand.
It is the actual silence for the storm. So we calmed down last night. I'm motoring to my next waypoint, and then tonight the front will be passing. So tonight, tomorrow there will be big waves, 4 meter swell, and 25-30 knots of wind. Let's see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to heave to or just go with the flow, but we'll see that.
On my way from Tonga to New Zealand, the navionics chart needs to be changed from the Pacific to New Zealand. And as you see, it's not always as easy because, yeah, screwing things and unscrewing things and then things fall off. But putting a new card in at a quiet moment. And here I'm taping some rings to prevent them from getting loose.
All the locks are closed. And also this is closed. Oh no, it isn't. So here we have the drawers, and I'm gonna close the everything is closed now. I'm enjoying the sun while I can, because within an hour or 6 the front is coming over. I'm fully prepared, so inside everything is locked. I got my foul weather gear in the aft cabin. I got something to eat, easy things like bars and apples right beside me. I got the course through the front and also after the front going more south. So yeah, I'll enjoy the sun as long as I can. And after that I'll probably enjoy sailing with big winds also, because that is also feeling alive. The wind has picked up to 18 knots, sometimes 20, 21, and the prediction is that it's going to be more around 30. So far so good. Well, we're going apparent, what is it? 20 knots. And true wind 18 knots, upwind 45 degrees. Yeah, there's lots of clouds, sometimes a little bit of rain. It's a bit wet. So we're doing 21 knots of wind. Oh, 21 knots of wind, 60 degrees upwind. I hove to last night because it was a lot of wind and a lot of bumping. I couldn't sleep well, very light. And then in the morning when I fell asleep, I dreamt that I was like going into the water with the car, like splash, and at the same time the boat did splash, and then I was awake. lots of wind, doing a speed of 6 knots, going west. Woohoo! Having fun! Haha! Big waves! Woo-hoo! It's early in the morning and we're just turning south towards 200 degrees and it's still blowing 20-24 knots, speeding 6 to 7 knots. It's raining at the moment, so I'm going inside again and just give you a quick peek of what's going on. Was that a quick peek enough? The wind vane is doing great, by the way. It's my friend. What would you do without a wind vane? Here he is. Doing an amazing job. Yeah, especially with big winds and everything, the wind vane is like gently taking big breezes like 25 knots and more. So very happy with that. Bad hair day today. Apart from going to the toilet, I didn't find the time to do that. And oops, going to the toilet. I hit my arm, like, you know, the spot where you hit yourself so hard that it hurts and hurts and hurts. So I get nauseous. I got all sweaty and I thought, oh no, I don't want to throw up or anything. So I went outside, enjoyed myself thoroughly, and well, I'm feeling happy as can be. Yeah, so that's one thing. The other thing I wanted to tell you is why I love this boat so much. And apart from being a small boat, and very pure, meaning low maintenance cost, it also has a very deep keel. So for an 8-meter boat, 27 foot is 1 meter and 70 centimeters keel is very deep. And as a result of that, we can go upwind easily. So therefore I love it very much. And now we're doing like 6.5, 7 knots going to New Zealand. And I'm happy as can be. Now I have 2 safety ladders hanging here. 1, 2. The safety ladders, they come off. That's water in my neck. Because they're hanging too close to the water and the Velcro is becoming old, I think. So either I find a new place for them, which is also safe for the safe up ladder, or I find myself some new ones. so interesting is that I'm putting my shoes on. What I find so interesting is that in these minimalistic circumstances, with like my trousers hanging there to dry and, you know, getting wet all the time, being able not to sleep in a very nice bed but just in a bunk, hanging on the side, bumping, going all the places, I feel so happy. I don't know, sailor's disease or something? I don't know what it is, but I just feel genuinely happy. Meanwhile, trying to get my shoe on, which is a little difficult, but yesterday only at 10 o'clock in the evening my feet were warm again, so I want to give myself warm feet earlier today. So now I'm in the process of getting back my gear on, also my jacket, because otherwise my long sleeve will get wet. And then I'm doing a last update of the weather routing, making a new route to New Zealand, and then putting it into the plotter. And I think afterwards, when I have the time, do something on my about my hair. Well, let's do it now. It's not that difficult, you know. Oh, other than that, I hit myself so hard. We call it telefoonbotje, which hurts so much. Got like something, a pin in here. I was like, ow. So doing my hair is not so difficult, but my arm hurts. It makes it more difficult. I won't cry. I think outside is the best, so putting my jacket on, going outside, enjoying the waves and the sun and the elements. Woohoo! Good morning! After a really rough night, the fire extinguisher went off because of the slamming, and it got out of its bracket and it wetted all the things in front. And this is how it looks outside. The life raft came out multiple times because of the slamming, but yes, that's not a problem because it's easy to put it back. The wind has died down to 16 knots. Oh, I had a very rough night too because the slamming was 0.4. Predict wind gives you the slamming. And from 0.2 it's dangerous to move in the boat and getting seasickness. But what I got was the slamming of the boat hitting the water all the time. Like, yeah, getting the life raft out and getting the fire extinguisher out. I was lying in the bed and I hurt my back, like it hurt so much I couldn't lie anymore. So that's why when I decided that instead of going 40 degrees upwind, I went 60 degrees upwind. And that really helped. So the second part of the night, say from 3-4 o'clock, I had a good sleep. I had a good breakfast. Yoo-hoo! I made my own oatmeal porridge this morning. It's warm and it's nutritious. I put some apricots in it for sweetness, and I'm all ready for the day. Yes.
Here I'm retrieving the blue line from the wind vane, with which I can pull the wind vane up. And I don't want it to get caught underneath the wind vane.
So much water was coming over the deck that everything is salty, which is not a surprise. You can see it by this line, which is white. I already put some salt off.
Here I'm going to take my bucket to get some salt water. And it's important not to lose the bucket, of course, and get enough salt water in it. As I'm going inside, I take with me the hook and moor, put it back into place. And inside, I'm going to do the dishes. I put all the waste plastic in this plastic flask.
I just unreefed, so instead of 3 reefs I only have 1 reef left, and I changed high spec for the general one. So now we're speeding 5 to 6 knots again, which is lovely. I think I hope we have had the worst part instead of in meaning of slamming, and yeah, beating up against the wind still until the wind's going to turn. But nevertheless, with my Genoa 1 on, it feels very comfortable. So very happy.
Hanging out to dry everything that got wet from the fire extinguisher.
This next leg is about getting in time in New Zealand before the next lull is passing. So engine on and revving! Woohoo! So this one has a typical thing that if you push here, then the fluid comes out. So when you push here, the fluid only comes out. You can keep it like this, nothing happens until you push it, and then oops, the fluid comes out. That's what it's like.
After putting diesel in the tank, I always note it in my logbook so that I can calculate how much diesel I have, since my tank is only 30 liters.
Thanks very much for watching this video. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Not a lot of people do that actually, but it would help me a lot. So thanks for that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to read all your lovely comments. It's really fun to do that. And a special thanks to all my patrons. If you want to become a patron, it's patreon.com/loveworks. Or for one-time or monthly donations through PayPal, it's paypal.me/loveworks. I'm editing my video of Russell in the Bay of Islands in New Zealand right now. It's very, very beautiful here. I enjoyed it a lot, and see you soon. Bye!
Please join me next week for the last part of sailing to New Zealand.